guys, I'm Rebecca and these are my reviews, and today we are going to be talking champagne cocktails. So with the holidays upon us, we have Hanukkah and Christmas and of course New Year's Eve, the very special occasion to drink lots of champagne, right? So I thought that I would show you guys a couple of champagne cocktails, right? Now, champagne cocktails can be so many different things because champagne mixes well with lots of different flavors. You can go with any liqueur that you want, fruit purees like a Bellini, you know, mimosas, of course, obviously, just on its own. Champagne is fantastic, or sparkling wine, Prosecco, whatever you have and love and can afford. So anyway, I have 3 different ones that I'm going to show you today. I have 2 bottles here. This one is a Prosecco, and I got both of these from WTSO. WTSO, if you are not familiar, is Wines Till Sold Out, and it is an online discount place to get wines. So I've done lots of different reviews of their weekly tasting packs, which are a fun way to get to know wines and experience different wines that maybe you hadn't tried before. And it's not a subscription, so you can pick and choose and find out what's in the box. Would I like that? They also make really great gifts. So as well as that, they have their deal of the day, which sometimes they have several deals of the day depending on how quickly they sell out. And then they have a last chance page. Right now they have a holiday page, and they have a premium wines page if you're looking for more expensive, fancy stuff. And of course, all of it is at discounted prices. So I've been working with them for a while. I really love their site. I think it's a great way to try new wines and also get great prices on wines, right? So anyway, this one is the Philippe Prie Brut Tradition. This one is an actual champagne, and I've had this before. It's fantastic. I love it. The one that I'm going to be using today is this Prosecco. This one is Serre Colsenta. It's a Valdobbiadene from Italy. And this one, and it does say dry on here. You guys, I know the labels on sparkling wines especially can be very confusing because you see Brut, dry, extra dry, demi-sec, and it's none of them mean what you think they mean, basically. Dry is actually on the sweeter side. Brut is going to be more dry, and of course extra brut, even more dry. So for Proseccos are usually pretty sweet, so dry is appropriate. And this one has some citrus, cherry blossom, it's a little bit of honeysuckle. It's really delicious and mixes well with lots of things. So let me show you the 3 that I have today. So I picked up this Pama, it's pomegranate liqueur. I was actually looking for creme de cassis, but could not find it anywhere. Creme de cassis is what you would use for a Kir Royale, and it's one of my favorite drinks. I love Kir Royales, but I thought this would be really fun. And pomegranate has a very tart flavor, so I think it mixes well with this. So I actually have this Cosmopolitan sugar ring. This is from Freshies, and it's just like pink sugar, and it's supposed to be, you know, cranberry flavored. I don't know if it necessarily is, it's just sort of sugar flavored. Anyway, I'm going to get the rim of my glass a little bit wet. And you can do that with fruit, lemon, lime, an ice cube, a sponge with some water on it, as long as it's just a little bit wet. And then dip it into your sugar. And you can make your own sugar, you know, just use regular sugar and then add flavors or coloring or whatever. If you are going to add stuff, make sure that it's dry or, you know, you can get it wet but then let it sit out, but it's hard to do that without having the sugar melt on you. So fruit honestly works the best because it's sticky, but look at that. Beautiful, right? Okay, so now I'm going to add just a little bit of the Pama. So I'm not measuring things, but if you're not good at this sort of thing, you might want to do that. So I'm just adding a little bit. You can add as little or as much as you want because this is going to be a little bit sweet. This particular one, I tasted a tiny bit. It's not overly sweet. Like creme de cassis to me is very sweet. This one, it's more tart, so you might want to add a little bit more. It's also not super syrupy, but you do get this beautiful pink rosy color, so it's like a pink champagne, and with that sugar rim, I mean, how cute is this? And it just tastes wonderful. It's kind of refreshing with that tartness, but you have that wonderful pomegranate flavor. And you could even add some pomegranate seeds in there just to, you know, make it even fancier. And with the sugar rim, oh my gosh, that's so delicious. The next one I'm gonna show you, I'm actually going to pour, I'm not mixing anything into this, and I'm just going to pour the Prosecco into 2 glasses and show you 2 different ways to dress it up, and it makes such a difference. And you'll notice with the different types of drinks, I'm using different glasses. The glasses, now I happen to have some, I have like 2 saucer glasses, and I have several of the tall champagne flutes. Different glasses work better with different beverages, but you know, if you just have a regular, I don't know, a solo cup, you could do the same thing. So anyway, same drink, but I'm gonna garnish it differently, and it is going to make all the difference in the world. So I have some mint here and some raspberries. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of raspberries in here, and you could honestly do this with any sort of fruit, any sort of herb. You could use thyme, strawberries, whatever you wanted. And you could also freeze the fruit if you wanted to, especially like in the summer. I like to freeze fruit and throw it in my, even, you know, like a glass of Pinot Noir with some frozen grapes or frozen strawberries. So delicious, and the fruit acts almost like an ice cube. Okay, so I have some raspberries in there. I'm gonna put this sprig of mint. And first of all, the colors with the red raspberry and the green mint just looks so pretty and so festive. And then as you drink it, you really smell that mint and a little bit of the raspberry, and it just has this wonderful, wonderful scent to it. Now remember, it's the same Prosecco that I've used for this and this and this one. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this one. I have some cranberries. Cranberries are very on season right now, right? With Thanksgiving and everything. And cranberries freeze really, really well, so you could do this drink any time of year. Just throw these in your freezer, and they're super cute. And then I'm gonna throw a sprig of rosemary in there. Rosemary is very powerful, so I would go easy on the rosemary. But here, I'm just gonna throw this in, and look how Christmassy that is with the red and the green Christmas tree looking rosemary. And these taste completely different because you're smelling the mint and the raspberries, and then you smell the rosemary, and you can't really smell the cranberries, but the rosemary, I mean, it just brings out different flavors in the Prosecco, making it much more savory, earthy sort of a flavor, whereas this one makes it very fresh and minty that brings out all of those bright citrusy notes, and you have 2 beautiful cocktails that taste completely different. Oh, that's so nice. And the Prosecco doesn't taste sweet anymore. And on this one, it tastes sweet. Isn't that weird how your nose can play tricks on you? It's just 2 completely different things. And like I said, you can switch up your berries, you can switch up your herbs. You could also add some of the liqueur in with these fun garnishes. You could add a sugar rim. You can do all sorts of fun things. Pinterest is a fantastic place to find different cocktails and ideas for whatever you have on hand. And like I said, you can use any sort of liqueur. You could use blue curacao if you wanted a blue champagne drink for Hanukkah. You could use purees, like for a Bellini, it's peach puree, but you could also do raspberry puree, or you know, whatever you wanted to. So anyway, I thought this would be a fun idea and interesting way for you guys to have an excuse to drink bubbly and look super duper fancy doing it. So I will leave all of the information in the description box about the sparkling wines that I used from WTSO. I'll leave you a link to WTSO as well. And just, you know, the recipes, the very simple 2-part recipes that I have for all 3 of these super yummy, yummy drinks. All right, well, happy holidays to everybody. I hope you are doing well and having fun and drinking a lot. So cheers to you, and here's to a happy 2020.